Hello and welcome to the Chelsea Fans Channel. Now on Friday, reports coming out of France stated that N'Golo Kante was on his way to Stamford Bridge. So, me and Super Dan Petrescu here, we've put our heads together and we've highlighted three key areas that we think Kante can come in and help improve the squad. Energy and discipline. Now, Antonio Kante said in his opening press conference that generally the team that run about the most is also the team that have more of a chance of winning. And, you know, this philosophy absolutely suits Kante's style of play to a T, because last season in the Premier League, nobody covered more blades of grass than him, and also no one put more tackles in than him. And I think those two areas certainly were areas that we as a team were really lacking in. So, you know, I think this could be a really good fit. Not only does he bring an energy and a commitment to his play, he's also very disciplined. Again, something we've been lacking in our midfield over the last 12 months or so. He's already drawn comparisons to the geezer, the god, the legend that is Makelele. And, you know, there's no reason why he can't be, you know, the natural successor to the Makelele role. You know, we had Essien fulfilling that role in years gone by. And I think since Essien left, we had a good season out of Matic, but he's kind of lost his way now. So I really think now's the time to get a new guy into that midfield role and crack on. So up next is his flexibility and consistency. Now going back again to Conte's opening press conference, I love this guy already. He compared himself to a tailor, and he's basically said a lot of people have been talking about the formation, you know, the formation he played at Juventus or the formation he played at the Euros, and thinking that he's a guy that kind of sticks by that 3-5-2 or 5-3-2 formation, depending on how you look at it. And he said, no, that's not true. Like a tailor, I work with the materials in front of me. So, you know, he's going to oversee the squad, look at the individuals he's got in his dressing room and pick a formation accordingly. And now that's going to suit our boy Kante down to the ground, because he is very flexible. He does play an essential midfield role, but he's happy playing as part of a two-man centre mid or as part of a three-man centre mid. I mean, we saw last season at Leicester how effective he was, sat next to Danny Drinkwater as Leicester pushed on for the title. And then in the summer, we saw in the France squad, slightly different role, but, you know, giving those more flair players like Paul Pogba and Matuidi that freedom to push forward, go on those attacking runs, because they know that Kante's sitting deep and he's snuffing out all of the oncoming danger. Now, if this stat is true, I'll be amazed. Apparently, he's only missed 2 games in the last 4 seasons, which proves that when he's fit, he is undroppable. Right, so I touched on it briefly in the last point, but I'm going to bring it up again because it's really important. His selflessness is another area I'd like to highlight. You know, he plays as a holding midfielder, but he doesn't have ideas above his station. He knows, you know, he knows his role, he knows his place in the side. And what that does, that allows the creative players around him to push on and be a lot more, play with a lot more freedom and unlock the defences, because they know that their mate is going to be covering their backs and snuffing out any challenges and any signs of danger. And I'm really thinking of players like, you know, Hazard and Oscar and Fabregas for next season, because, you know, at times they've played with, you know, they seem a little hamstrung because they've got, you know, they've got orders to fulfill. You know, if they bomb on, you know, they're half thinking about, I need to get back to cover myself, because, you know, the covering midfielder that we had last season in the whole of Matic, you know, he certainly lost his way. A lot of the times he would bomb on and then leave our back four exposed, and we got punished for that time and time again last season. So if we've got Kante sitting in that kind of deep holding role, then that's going to just give everyone else so much more freedom to do what they need to do in the business end of the pitch. Like I said, he knows his limitations. He's not going to be trying these, you know, ridiculous Hollywood passes or going on long mazy runs, and, you know, he's not selfish enough to want to be on the end of the plays that he sets up. He does his bit, he's effective, he's simple, he gets the ball, he passes it on to a player that's going to, you know, take it forward. And I think sometimes football is a very simple game, and he makes it look as simple as it needs to be. So guys, they were mine and Dan Petrescu's thoughts on Kante. Tell me what you think of the deal. Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. And remember, blue is the colour.
There is only one team, no, who win the title. But we must stay there at the end of the season to fight for the title.